Further ado, here's Radical Blood Systems. Thanks for coming back.
Awesome, man.
Cool.
All right, guys. I put together my notes basically on college game. Anybody in college? Or about to start college? Good. Hopefully this will save you 2 or 3 years of heartache. This is, man, I wish I was somebody who gave me these notes about to give you guys when I started college. It would have been sick. My story, in high school, I went to a really small town in Oklahoma. And I was kind of a cool kid, so I thought that that little fishbowl, I thought that'd carry over everywhere I went. And it was a rude awakening when I got to college, and then I wasn't that guy anymore. And yeah, so the first year of college was a nightmare. I mean, basically, basically my first year of college was a nightmare. It was like, I didn't talk to any girls I didn't know from high school already and weren't that many there. My brother played football at OU, so I basically just puppy dogged him around trying to meet girls. And the only girls I'd meet wanted to meet my brother. I was like, fuck, what is going on? Well, there's a couple of things that I was like, I'm going to break this down and to figure this out. And it came down to, by the time I mapped it out, oh my God, I dated so many girls in college by the end of the 4 years, it was ridiculous. It took me a while. It took me about 2 years to build this thing, the way I'm going to give it to you guys, but a lot of it was because of trial and error. And if you'll follow this process pretty tight ship, it'll explode. Let's see. Some of the terms I'm going to give you came from the book. They're from my social circle seminar, which me and Mr. M, one of the other love system instructor, we came up with a lot of this stuff. So you may have heard some of these terms before, but I'm using that name, but I've tailored it into game. So. A lot of these come from the book Tipping Point. Have I heard of that from Malcolm Gladwell? The first one is a social connector. Write that down, a social connector. Anybody have a guy friend that everywhere you go, he seems to fucking know everybody? You're like, God, how does he do that? Well, the more of those people you can get in your life, the faster, the easier your life is. Because that'll help you build a massive, massive social circle. What I want you guys to think about in college game, and you guys that aren't in college, this applies to. This is very similar to my social circle in general. You don't want to be in a small fishbowl like college, running around, shooting out routines, peacocking, saying a bunch of weird shit, and get pigeonholed as that guy. Because if you do, you're going to burn down. The only girls you will get won't be the ones that you want. All this is tailored to get the hottest of the hot girls on your campus, not to get the 6s and 7s. This is to get 10s. Okay? So you've got to get your mindset switched. We're getting away at college. You're not going to run around running routines and cold approaching. I'm not saying there's not a component of cold approach still used, but that's not what this is, okay? Social connectors. You want to start looking for these guys and girls, and adding them as quickly as you can, or just knowing them. You can make loose affiliations with them. You don't have to be best friends with them. You know, it exponentially increases the people you know. The next term is a value connector. A value connector is not necessarily like with a social connector, just knowing them. A social connector's currency is people. They meet people and introduce people all the time. That's all they do. They're not necessarily always high value in and of themselves, though. A value connector is someone that is a DHV by their mere presence. So, like in college, if you're close to the football players or any of the athletes, if you can get close to the highest ranking frat boys, really hot girls, or pre-selected guys that are good looking, that are good with girls, the cool kids, basically. A lot of this stuff is annoying as shit, and I hate it, but it is what it is. You can either bitch about this stuff, or you can learn to play the game, right? Value connectors, but they're a DHV just by being associated with them. The next term, gatekeeper. A gatekeeper is someone that has a high situational value. So a girl that let's say an ugly girl that's friends with that really hot girl you want to get to know, she may not be a value connector by knowing her, and she may not be able to introduce you to a lot of girls, but meeting her could be the bridge to the really hot girl down the road. In college, in my social circle seminar, in true cold approach out of college, gatekeepers are a little different. I'll befriend a bunch of girls and slow burn them and get in with them. That way that I can slowly infiltrate like the hottest girls groups without trying to cold approach it. It's one shot, hit or miss. If you can infiltrate through a gatekeeper, you can slowly get in there and not have to just roll it and not flip a coin, right?